Mohon izin Bapak Ibu, kita akan mulai dalam 2 menit. Terima kasih. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning.
Salam.
His Excellency Mr. Andriana Supandy, the Indonesian Ambassador for Papua Nugini and Solomon Islands, and Honorable CEO of Indonesia Bisnis, Mr. Muhamad Budi Negoro, along with the team, and our dearest brother and sister, Ibu Mari Ellingson, Indonesian Embassy business partner and friends that come this morning. I would like to welcome you that already here in Loloata Islands to joining us. And thank you so much, Bapak Muhamad Budi Negoro and his team to be able to virtually joining us today. Realizing that the time is already past and our schedule is at 11, I wouldn't take so much time to welcoming you to the event. Herewith, I will just welcome our beloved ambassador, His Excellency Andriana Supandy, on the podium to deliver his remarks and welcoming you all. Ambassador, the time is yours.
Dear Miss Mari Ellingson, my good colleague as well as fan of the Indonesian Embassy, the CEO of Business, Mr. Muhamad Budi Negoro. Thank you so much for joining us. Honorable businessmen and businesswomen, my dearest friends from the media. A very good morning to you all. I'm ready to finally aid all of you again after the pandemic separated us for a while. It is indeed a very timely moment to go over what we have been through for the past couple years, particularly with Ibu Mari and her team that always show their passion and eagerness to strengthen cooperation between Papua Nugini and Indonesia. Indonesia and Papua Nugini are good neighbors and also very close friends. The relations between the two countries is very strong. In the formal level, communication between multiple levels of the government officials are maintained regularly, including between President Joko Widodo and Prime Minister James Marape. During the last conversation of Prime Minister James Marape and President Joko Widodo, the two leaders expressed their commitment to push forward the implementation of cooperation that can bring more benefit for the people of the two countries. The relations between the two countries is covering very wide area, including political and security, economic and development, education and cultural, along with other technical cooperation. In line with that, the Indonesian government ready to provide electricity from Holtecam Power Plant in Jayapura, the PNG Border Management Facility Building in Wutung, in order to improve the services in the border. As we are all aware, the COVID-19 pandemic started in the beginning of 2020. PNG and Indonesia governments decided to postpone all activity in the border post to prevent the virus transmission within the border area. But there is a positive indication that we will resume the economic activity in the border not in a very long time from now. At the moment, both of PNG and Indonesia are adjusting to the new normal condition post-COVID-19, while both governments are focused on finalizing the implementation of the health policy. I also have been very keen to bridge the communication between stakeholders of the countries in order to come up with efficient support the reporting, the trading in the border area. These items will be formalized with strong measures to the health protocol, including physical distancing, personal hygiene, strict location, time arrangement, and also other things that might come up during the further discussion between all the stakeholders. Although the COVID-19 pandemic impact on the economic activity of PNG in the border area in 2020, the total trade of both countries is still maintained. The total trade in 2020 is US dollar 172 million, lower than total trade in 2019, which is US dollar 212 million US dollar. The total export from Indonesia to PNG in 2020 is US dollar 139 million. This is lower than 219, which is recorded up to US dollar 153 million. While the total export from PNG to Indonesia in 2020 is US dollar 33 million, lower than 2019, which is 59 million US dollar. We can discuss further about it on more spacious time, but for now on, I just want to relate you that as we see the numbers, the impact of COVID-19 pandemic is perceived by both sides. Based on the challenge and condition that we are facing now, it is very timely that we come up with a new mechanism in order to move forward the cooperation, especially in the economic sectors. My dearest brothers and sisters, I note that some of the participants today are coming from small, medium enterprises background. I am personally really glad about it because Indonesia itself is a home for estimated up to 65 million small, medium enterprises. As part of the G20, Indonesia experienced the industrial transformation from the production-wise to be more environmental wise. Among the SME are several green and environmental friendly production base, such as the using of natural coloring materials in batik painting or the use of non-chemical organic agribusiness and industries. During the pandemic challenge, some of those SMEs has managed their survival by transforming their business from traditional base into online system. From 8 million online SMEs in 2019, the Indonesian Ministry of Telecommunication records 1.5 million new online SMEs during the starting of pandemic in 2020. Just last year, we have a total 9.4 million online SMEs in Indonesia and might be already increasing up to 10 million since then. In this slide, Indonesia support the views that SME is the foundation for the job creation and bridges for the informal workers to be able to improve their income. To support the idea, Indonesia hosted Trade Expo Indonesia annually every year. In 2019, about 30 businessmen and women from PNG, it is definitely consists of Ibu Mari business team, flew to Jakarta and have been improving their business portfolios since then. Unfortunately, last year in 2020, we couldn't do the actual Trade Expo Indonesia, but we tried to transfer it digitally into an online exhibitions. I noted some technical difficulties to explore it, but in my honest opinion, it was a great jump start to introduce the online platform, and since then, we are more and more eager to use it. Sooner or later, the business sector have to adapt the transformation of digital information technology. I'm very pleased to assist you to expand your business networking through the online platform exhibitions provided by the government and the Indonesian businesses. As we move forward on today's event, Mr. Muhamad Budi Negoro will take you further on what is his team doing on the Trade Tourism Investment Expo 2021 and how it will benefit you as Papua Nugini entrepreneurs. While the second session, I will introduce you to my good colleague, Ambassador of Indonesia in Wellington, Mr. Tantowi Yahya. He is also a roving ambassador of the Indonesian government for Pacific Affairs. We successfully held the first ever Pacific Exposition in Auckland 2019. He will brief you into more detail about how the Pacific Exposition will transform into digital exhibition and also provide further information on the mechanism on your participation, not only as a visitor, but also as a digital exhibitor. Honorable Mr. Muhamad Budi Negoro and biznIDs team, I am really grateful with your willingness to spend time to join us today. I am surely hope our effort to promote digital connection among business to business between Indonesia and PNG will help to support the economic recovery of the private sectors, especially among the small medium enterprises. My brothers and my sisters, before I conclude my remark, I would like to reaffirm my personal commitment to continue advancing the good connection and strengthening collaboration between Indonesia and Papua Nugini. I wish you all a very happy day and a wonderful journey to the presentations. Thank you and God bless you all.
Thank you so much to His Excellency Ambassador Mr. Andriana Supandy for a very encouraging remarks, and I believe it will push forward and encourage us, the SMEs in both countries, to even further maintain our cooperation. And before I give the floor to Mr. Muhamad Budi Negoro, I would like to have a short introduction from Ibu Mari Ellingson, uh, just to introduce her team. So our team from the business ID also will have figure out what is the background of the Papua Nuginians that participating here. Ibu Mari, I'll give the podium for you.
I'm shorter, so I have to move this down. Thank you so much, Ambassador, and also our friends who are listening in Indonesia who are part of this first session today. It's such an honor to be here with our Indonesian colleagues and friends. And Ambassador, thank you for those endearing remarks, very encouraging. And I must say that you are a true friend. And I think that's because the relationship with the embassy grew just at the tail end of Ambassador Manik leaving us. And when you came, you just came into when we were growing. So we're growing together, and it's just so encouraging that you continue to embrace us and to include us. And we're so grateful for that. And the team here is, as we were coming, and as we started with the invitation from the embassy, everyone was just so, they felt really grateful for the kind invitation and the generosity of the ambassador and yourself and your staff. Thank you. So without further ado, I would like to introduce on this side, I think with Alvin. He is in the sporting area, so I think he's in boxing. And we just met this morning, so we will be learning from each other what everyone is doing. And while I'm with him, also his sister is also a business person and a coach. And so we come with different talents to this today. And we actually look forward to the rest of the sessions and today. But I want to kick off now with the rest of the team. I want to introduce Bolalava Vaya. Could you please put up your hand or stand up just to, yeah. Bolalava has a small company called 360 Galore. She's into fashion designing, including arts and craft. She's into retail and capacity building, and she wants to learn skills in handcrafting and botany, plants and herbs in this association with Indonesia. The next one I have is Ibu Pat Mamele. Could you put up your hand? Bolalava was in 2020 when we went to the embassy for the virtual last year expo. And Pat was the 2018, the pioneering team that I took to Indonesia, 2018. Ibu Pat has, her company is called Island Commercial Accessories, and she runs a catering business specializing in traditional dishes. She also sells Mary blouses. Anybody wearing a Mary blouse here? You can show what a Mary blouse is. Ah, Jacqueline, she's wearing a Mary blouse. It's like the standard attire, yeah, loose clothing that you find here. Yeah. Thank you, Jacqueline. And she's interested in bringing batik fabric from Indonesia. The next, like the two brothers, John Kianimbil and Kidu Morea, they would like to be put in touch with merchandising companies as they sponsor Volleyball Association. And I think Kidu is the president, is it? Yes, of the Volleyball Association. And they want to get team uniform sets and merchandising. So they want to create a business base for the association. So that's why they're interested in doing business with Indonesia. The next person I have is a husband and wife team, Nelly Varmari and Konyo Daga. Nelly's company is called Central Dakis Mamina Trading, 100% family owned. And she's the owner and founder of Central Coffee. Can you pick up your product so we could see? Yeah. So she makes coffee. Yeah, that's her product. And she's into downstream processing. Thank you, Nelly. Downstream processing of coffee from tree to cup. And so like pohon to cangkir. Exporting of green beans soon. And she's looking at importing packaging products for coffee and other food products, food items or products with merchandisers and coffee machines from Indonesia. Now I'd like to thank you so much. I would like to now introduce the next one, Ibu Lian Panga. Could you please send or show you? Ibu's business is called Link's Touch of Twist and Things. Ibu Lian is a solopreneur getting into tie-dye niche. And it's so heartening to hear ambassadors saying that they're into environmental friendly production of dyes, etc. For both batiks, it will also, we can learn that as well. I very much want to find a reliable supplier of fabric dyes from Indonesia and possibly bulk supply of plain white t-shirts and fabrics. So that's her interest in doing business with Indonesia. The next one I would like to introduce is Ibu Helen Tuakara. Ibu Helen was with me for the pioneering team to the Trade Expo in 2018. And her company name is called the Sepoy Organic Soap Gulf Province. She's been making organic soap and is interested in importing more soap molds, different infusions into the soap, like, you know, perfume scents, and soap making machines and many more from Indonesia. Now, Ibu Helen has a case which is very interesting because Ibu Helen, before that was called Sepoy Bungalows. She is in tourism, very big tourism. She's a tour operator. But when the COVID came, it destroyed her business. So she looked and turned on to soap production. So I think there is a success story there, how to overcome. Thank you very much, Ibu Helen. And the next one is Ibu Jacqueline Dabung. She has Jacqueline, the one with the Mary Blouse. She says she's a partner with Nugini Crafts, importing fabrics from overseas and customized Papua Nugini designs. So she has the Mary Blouse with the PNG prints on them, and she's thinking of importing from Indonesia at this time. So that's her interest in doing business. And for myself, first of all, oh yes, I've already introduced here. So for myself, I'm the managing director for Iden Limited, and my business is consultancy and production and design of knowledge products. I also have a retail business called Vintage World, and that's why I want to do business with Indonesia. I want to bring in food items, batik, but I also want to bring the Kualitas Tinggi products of Indonesia because I want my business to be a high-end shop in Papua New Guinea. And so I will be going for sutra and linen and things like this. And also I want to be I want my company to be the company Papua New Guinea MSMEs like you see around the table and more outside with Indonesian MSMEs. So the Trade Expo Indonesia I see as a launchpad for my company to to play that role in PNG. So with that, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ibu Mari Ellingson, for your very comprehensive introduction in a very short range of time. And I think that will provide more deep information and background for Bapak Muhamad Budi Negoro and the business teams. And without further ado, I will give the rest of the time of this session. So it's 11:34 now in Papua New Guinea time, and we are scheduling this virtual meeting first session until 12 o'clock. But when we have spare time, we can go for interactive. But for now, I will give the full pledge of the time to Bapak Muhamad Budi Negoro and also the business teams. Honorable Bapak Muhamad Budi Negoro, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Mr. His Excellency, Mr. Andriana Supandy, the Ambassador of Republic of Indonesia for Papua Nugini and Solomon Island, Ibu Mari, and honorable guests, I thank you for the time given to me and my team to introduce one of our event, which is will be held on August. I'm here today with my colleagues and associates. Mr. Indra is our chairman in bisnis, and then we also have Ms. Ibu Kartika, which is our chief of operation, and Ibu Amira, which is our chief and marketing, and then Ibu Tuti, which our public relation. I'm very happy that Ibu Mari and team and the other honorable guests has already introduced your needs about getting together with Indonesian business. If it's possible, Mr. Dea, I would like to share my screen. Could you allow us to do that? While waiting, bisnis, it's even though it's written like in the back of my screen, it's called bisnis, which come from business needs. Yeah. Before business, I'm active in several business location. Okay, I already have. Thank you. Yes. Let me introduce my company first. It's called bisnis. It's a business matching and virtual production platform from Indonesian producer at the moment, and we surely will broaden our scope to also include producers from other countries as well. We make this platform as because we feel that at the moment business community needs some solution with regard to the situation, with regard to the situation of pandemic and also the situation of the trade between its countries. The Indonesian producer needs some solution because we already have some event. For example, there is a trade event, and then but when we meet with our counterpart business to business, there is a problem which laterally is hampered the follow-up of the meeting later on. And the problem is we could summarize that even though we have a product which is very good, very potential, but it's difficult to promote it to other countries, because then with the if we have to go through a lot of event, then it will increase the cost. Then also, if we already met, it's difficult to find the right business partner. And the third thing is that the business meeting is still need for to deal with the new arrangement with other exporter. Yeah? So business provide one-stop solution, and we try to maintain our member to trusted partner. That I'm so happy today the ambassador and also the team has already linked us with the trusted partner from Papua Nugini. Hopefully this effort will also increase the efficiency and the effectiveness of these trade business meeting. As you see that our market work together is very good and very will be very good to develop it. Yeah, the features in our platform is that we not only provide verified buyer and seller, we also provide a ready stock item to do, because some of the producer may, for example, if we already have some produce that are ready, that this is the place to also put promotion for it. And then also I also heard from Ibu Mari just before that you already have some inquiries of what product you would like to find in Indonesia. So this is also a place for you to put your inquiries. So then a lot of Indonesian producers will have the opportunity to answer of your inquiries. And we mainly also make some event, which is virtual expo and product display, and also a routine event. A routine event to match business from Indonesia and other countries. And in this platform also, we also have a logistics service, trade financing, testing instruction survey, and business forum, something like that. And this is, we work together with a lot of company which is good in their field. This is some of the event that we already make. We made event with India. We made event with Kazakhstan. We made also event with New Zealand. We were looking forward to make event with Ibu Mari and team that introduce also the products, what you need, and also the requirement. Because I understand, even though you are looking for example, batik, it's also limited to some kind of design. So not everybody can go to Papua Nugini. So this is also information that needs by the business association or business community in Indonesia. So event like this will be very helpful to increase our trade between Indonesia and Papua Nugini. This is some event that we already done, for example, with Saudi Arabia and other countries. Yeah. On August, the whole month, we will hold an event which is called Indonesia Trade, Tourism, and Investment Expo and Indonesia Halal and Sharia Expo. Halal and Sharia Expo is also embedded in this event because halal market is also very good, and it's not only for Muslim, but it's also state healthy and clean product. Yeah. The background is because with this pandemic situation, a lot of trade event, trade expo has been canceled. So we think that we need another event which focus on business matching between businesses. Yeah. The event on August will include virtual exhibition, a product display. So you can see a lot of product which will be displayed in our platform. So you can see later on if you could find an exact product that you would like to have. Second is product presentation. We will encourage our producer to have a product presentation in some forum that you could see, so that they they could present more detail about the product. So you not only see the product, but also have the presentation of some product. Yeah. We will also have an investment project presentation. Investment project would also have a physical infrastructure project, but also a project of a startup. Yeah, because in Indonesia now, startup is a new industry, which it's very interesting because, as you see, a lot of company in Indonesia already make into digital startup at the moment. The fourth is a business matching investor forum. We will invite all of our embassy in all of the world to present what the needs of each country. So in this case, our partner from Papua Nugini, Ibu Mari, and the team also could see if there is any product which is they can see from other countries as well. Yeah. Business forum is a forum that we not only talking about the needs from other countries, but also the needs of each producer. Yeah. We also provide workshop and training with regard to export-import and also how to prepare business proposal for investment projects, something like that. Yeah. The seventh is the halal and Sharia industry. At this point, as I said before, that Indonesia has the vision to make Indonesian producer, Indonesia as the center of the halal and Sharia product. So this also we have a lot of company who join us to show their product, halal product. The eighth is the last is the sample days. Sample days we organize a lot of Indonesian producer to provide free sample for every buyer who would like to see the sample. This is because at the moment we see that sampling expedition is also a problem. As you know, a lot of logistics now increase the cost of sending sample. And with this situation, that we could also arrange sampling to be sent to its producer. The event itself, we targeted around 1,000 producer, as Mr. Ambassador also pointed out that Indonesia has a lot of SME. Then 1,000 producer from SME to a big company also will include in our event, which we hope we have about 10,000 products. Yeah. The range of products is variative, and also we include services and also investment project. Yeah. Actually, we have already started the event from February because we think that this event should continuously from as a one-year event. Yeah. We have a pre-event from February until July, which already given the time to increase the business matching opportunity between producer and seller. And in August, we will hold the main event, and after that, we have a post-event from September to November to follow up the meeting. This is that we feel is missing from a lot of event, which is the follow-up event, so that the meeting that you already have in August will be follow up, and then also to hope that there is a deal between producer and seller on the post event. we have a lot of event in forum and in the August, and we will see later on and update you about the event itself. I think that's for a moment that's that we would like to present, ladies and gentlemen, honorable guests, Mr. Ambassador. I'm very happy that we could make starting communication today, and hopefully this will follow up in the later day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bapak Muhamad Budi Negoro, for the very comprehensive brief about the agenda for the Trade to Investment Expo timeline. And I'm pretty sure our friends and colleagues, the Papua Nugini entrepreneurs, already in the line and having their thought about this event. And I just want to make sure if there's still any technical aspect that will be provided by your team, or we can give the floor for interactive session.
Yes, I think we could start with interactive session. Later on, my team will help me in answering some of the questions.
And I just want to personally let you know, Bapak Muhammad Budi, that Ibu Kartika has been assisting us very nice and in a very timely, and she assists us to manage, bring us together here. So thank you so much to Ibu Kartika and the other team as well. I'm going to start to provide the floor for the interactive discussion. Ada yang mau disampaikan? Okay. Ibu Mari, maybe you or whoever member of the team would like to say something or ask any technical aspect on the event, and probably how you can tap into the event and just express your thought. I'm going to give the floor to you all. Probably Mr. Kidu, you want to have something to say about your business? I'm sure you have a lot of thought and something to express.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, it's on.
Thank you.
It's for the virtual session.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning. Good morning, Your Excellency, Ambassador, and the team, I think in Indonesia and here in Papua New Guinea. Thank you very much for this time. It's an honor for me to attend this. I don't know it was going to be this high level, but thank you. It's an honor to be here. For me and my one of my executives here, we here trying to find out how we can do business or source business in this time of the pandemic with Indonesia. We're more into merchandising. We want to hook up with business in Indonesia on how we can engage in you guys providing us with merchandising for our sporting association. I understand we initially wanted to actually import from China last year, but then when COVID hit, it took us, it shut down most of our opportunities. Therefore, now we after meeting Ibu Mari, we thought maybe we should try our next door neighbor, and we're hoping if we can be able to do business with the businesses in Indonesia. So that's why we are here, and we're hoping this can eventuate to actual real business with Indonesia. Thank you.
Thank you for the comment. I'm very happy that you are now choosing to switch sides, yeah, from China to Indonesia, because it's closer as anyway. Yeah, we are very happy if you would like to see the opportunity to go to Indonesian product. Let me share another screen, which is also maybe might interest you to go to Indonesia more. Yeah? This is our catalog from June 2021. Yeah, there's a lot of product which is we think it's might interest you for this what you're looking for. And maybe later on you could put your inquiries in our portal. It's called bisnIDs, yeah, biznIDs, bisnIDs.com. And when you go to this, it's a free portal, so there's no need to pay anything. And you could place your inquiries so that we could also try to look and help to assist you to find a right product. For example, we also carry it, for example, from our there is vegetables from agriculture and food material, and we also have a high product, yeah, a very good product, which may be in your interest. And then also we have furnitures and things like this, yeah. And then a lot of product is already in our portal at the moment. We have approximately 400 producer at the moment, and we are waiting for more as we working with all of our state-owned enterprise company who has also have their partner, small and medium enterprise, who will put their product in our website. Yeah, hopefully this is also assist you to find a right partner, trustful partner, because this producer who put their product in our website already have some kind of connection with our state or enterprise. And also some of the ministry, for example, our Ministry of Industry has also Mitra Binaan, which is also a state-owned enterprise. I'm sorry, which is a small and medium enterprise who would like to put their product. Yeah, you could see later on, go through to our website in www.biznIDs.com, or maybe you could also send a message, yeah, through our phone, which is now in your screen at the moment. We will also give you, if possible, later on, Mr. Ambassador, we would like to have a list of invitees today who is in the meeting, so that we could contact them directly later on. Yeah, thank you, Mr. For your comment. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Kidu. And yes, Pak Muhamad Budi, we will share the list of attendees along with their contacts and emails. So we can just start to sharing every information that will be useful for further cooperation. And I will give the floor for another participants. Please, you can introduce yourself and your business. I'll give the floor to you. Or maybe because the camera, you can stand up here. If you may, please. Here.
Hello, good morning. I'm so thankful and I'm really grateful to be here with Mari Ellingson and the team. And thank you to the Indonesian Embassy for bringing us here together. Actually, my business was, in the first place, was in tourism in Papua New Guinea. I'm more a tour guide for the European countries and French in Papua New Guinea. I adventure the 22 provinces, and I also have my own bungalows in Gulf Province. But due to the COVID-19, my business closed. So I went into organics because I have it in my backyard, and I started doing soap, making it myself. So right now, I'm looking at importing, and soaping has become a hobby for me now, and it has been sustaining me today. I'm looking at bringing in different molds into Papua New Guinea, set up something different in PNG, because I see that we don't have that stuff here. Molds plus infusion and quality packing and stuff. So I'm looking at that. When I represented my province and went with Mari Ellingson and the team to the Trade Expo in 2018, I've seen so many different things, and I was so interested in it, but that was not where I was at that time. But today, when I want to go back there, I'm looking at something bigger and better to bring back into Papua New Guinea. Thank you so much.
So much. And maybe Bapak Muhamad Budi or business team has some response to that, or probably advice, suggestion on that. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm very sorry that I haven't mastered your name. So maybe later on when you ask question, you could state your name. Miss, I'm very glad that you...
Miss Helen. Miss Helen.
Miss Helen, sorry. I'm very sorry. Miss Helen, thank you very much for your comment. Recently, I was also in tourism. I have also travel agent focusing in Umrah and Hajj. Yeah? But as you know, this won't stop us. Yeah, because men have to do what men have to do. Yeah, we trying to see other things which also benefit not only for our business but also for the community. And trading is one of the best alternative, and we should also please that if we could help you, assist you more in finding the right product for you. And you could also prepare for the when the pandemic is and the tourism. Papua Nugini, I believe, is a lovely place that is close for Indonesian that to go there and see. Fortunately, it's a little bit that we know about your country, especially for the tourism, and this is also a perfect time for you to introduce. So later on, when the pandemic is over, everybody is ready. Whether you in your country to receive tourism from Indonesia, also Indonesia already know more about your tourism side. Yeah. Thank you, Miss Helen.
Bapak Muhamad Budi for the insight, and I would like to have
good morning, everyone. Good morning, Ambassador Indonesia and our New Zealand friends there. I do coffee, downstream processing of coffee. It's the first of the inland areas of Port Moresby. Most people don't know that Port Moresby has coffee until I put it on the world map in 2018. during the APEC 2018 Food Security Week. It is more 100% family-based, but I thank Mari for bringing me out of the shell to go out there and catch what I can from Indonesia. And yes, it is true that we don't really know Indonesia, and we see Indonesia as people who really fight, and we get scared. But thank you that Mari has brought a positive mindset into us as SMEs, and we are ready to move aggressively and do something we can with Indonesia. So my family and I'm here with my husband because it's more 100% family-based. It is father, mother, and children downstream processing. So we start from the coffee trees into fermentation, and then the hulling of the green beans, roasting, packaging, and also into cups. And we train mostly unemployed youths to give them opportunity. And it is my dream for so many years in tapping into Indonesia, because I've seen so many good things about Indonesia. And my dream is to bring something from Indonesia. And so show it to my SME friends that if Indonesia can do it, we can do it. So my aim and objective now is to capture something from this meeting and create a long-term business partnership with Indonesia into trade partnership, import, export of coffee from Port Moresby and PNG as a whole. Thank you very much. Sorry, my name is Nelly and my husband is Connie. Thank you.
Thank you,
Ms. Nelly.
Please, Pak Muhamad Budi to respond.
Thank you, Ms. Nelly, for your insight about coffee. Yeah, unfortunately, this is also a new information about coffee from Papua Nugini. But you are right that we need to work more closely together between Indonesia and Papua Nugini, as we are very close neighbors. Yeah, and I'm very happy to know that our team in Indonesian Embassy also working very hard to close our relation together. Miss Nelly and Mr. Connie, we hope we could assist you in finding the right product for you. So please join us in our website, and we could later on see what the product that you're looking for. Yeah, thank you.
And if I may provide a short information that a lot of SMEs in Papua New Guinea is still expanding and also increasing their capability as well. And Miss Nelly, do you have a ready-to-drink coffee on the bottle that you can just store in the supermarket and people take the bottle?
I have the packets of roasted whole bean and ground. I also have the sachets and the Nespresso coffee capsules that goes with the Nespresso machine. And the most recent one is during the lockdown of COVID-19, I came up with one that's more like a tea bag.
Okay.
But the packaging is my problem. That's why I'm really dying to get into Indonesia right now.
Thank you. So that's just a tip of the iceberg, because like Miss Nelly is a challenge as well in Indonesia. As the business team probably see, we have a lot of ready to drink homemade coffee bottle. They just selling it on the store everywhere. It's a homemade. They put it in the bottle. It's gonna last for 2 weeks. So it's very easy and it's very happening. So something like that we can explore along with another business also, textile, fashion, tourism, making soap business. And but the challenge is to transfer the knowledge from Indonesian expertise to the Papua New Guinean entrepreneurs. So we are really glad that now the business is here, and come aboard to this effort to strengthening and deepening the cooperation between the two business. And I'm just gonna provide the chance again if still any of you that having. Okay, great, thank you, Miss Owen. Okay, please, if you can just move into the frame of the camera. Thank you.
Good morning, His Excellency. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Dr. Muhammad and your team. So my question, or if you could tell us a bit more about how your businesses have adopt technology to grow with COVID-19. A lot of changes happen. Some businesses had to switch from the way that they do business into doing other things. So if you can tell us some of the ways that businesses in your country have adopted technology, or as well as the way that they've switched to another product to be able to continue to grow. Yes, thank you.
Make it clear, it's about the process of business transformation from offline base into a digital base to help the SMEs to survive the pandemic era. Probably that's the main question from Ms. Owen. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Owen, from your for your comment and question. We try to see whatever possible to increase what we do in our business. Everything is already there. The technology, you are now having, few years ago, we don't have any way of meeting like this, yeah, online, because if I have to meet Mr. Ambassador, I have to go to Papua Nugini there, having a long flight, and then also make an appointment, very, very difficult, not because of Mr. Ambassador doesn't have any time, but also because the length of location, yeah, and also the difference of time. At the moment, you see that I'm very happy to meet all of you, having new friends. Yeah, it's easier. So, pandemic not only have bring us problem and challenge, but also bring us easiness. Yeah, or for some things, you could reach my phone anytime you want. I'm open 24/7, like the 7-Eleven. So this is also an easiness for all of us. Digital is there. You could send all the photograph or the product that you need, things like that. And also to answer what Miss Nelly before, we also have partner who could help you and assist you in packaging. Yeah, because packaging is one of the challenge for food products. Yeah, packaging. Bottles, things like that, that we could also sourcing in Indonesia. So hopefully this is also will help. And if you looking for example, a programmer, they could work from Indonesia to help assist you increasing your product, to help your website, to design the system for example. We have a partner which provide the accounting software for small and medium enterprise, and easy to use application, because this is also the key of success of each business, which is have accounting system in place. Yeah, we could provide. So what we trying to promote is not only product but also services that could also increase developing of your business. Yeah, hopefully that you also get assist from our partner. Is it software and anything that you would like to see? Yeah. Thank you, Pak.
Thank you so much for the response, Bapak Muhamad Budi And I think that's another window of opportunity that we have a lot of digital developer in Indonesia, and some of them just a startup. They do not charge like big industries assistance provide you. So probably that's something we can work on. If Ibu Mari, your association, would have probably liked to build some digital base marketing in the website, internet, we can talk further more details about it. So it's not individual, but you come as a association or just a community on that side. Yes, yes, maybe Pak Budi, with your excuse, I will probably expand the time until another 15 minutes, just to give the chance for several of more participants that still wants to express their thought about the opportunity. And
please do.
Ibu.
Thank you, His Excellency, and thank you to everyone, our friends from Indonesia. I don't have much to say, but I just want to say thank you. While the presentation was going on, I went through my phone and I went onto your website. And I am so excited, like with the pandemic and everything, I was wondering like how we'd go back to Indonesia. We went there with Ibu Mari in 2018, and we got some kids were from there. And it's been 4 years, and I was planning of going back, but I kept contacting my supplier back then. I didn't get any response. So I was checking through the website now when you are giving the presentation, and I could see that everything is there. So I'm so excited. Thank you very much. So we'll go back and then pass the news to all our friends. Yeah, we are, Ibu Mari just told 10 of us. We came here, but our other friends with the Alliance are there. So we'll let everybody know about the website, and looking forward to making business with our close neighbors. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Jacqueline. So she's just go straight to your website, the business website, and she found what she's looking for. So this is amazing. Yeah, and so would you like to respond on that, Pak Muhamad Budi, or we just gonna give the floor for another participants?
I think we could go to another participant. Meanwhile, I give a comment. Yeah, it's thank you very much, Miss Jacqueline. Later on, Bu Kartika mungkin ada tambahan? No?
Thank you so much, Ibu Kartika. And yeah, so one more, and probably this is gonna be, please, Ibu. In the middle.
Thank you, His Excellency, and everyone here, our friends on the video call. My name is Bola for short, so you won't forget. This is my third year into running an MSME. I'm a communication specialist by profession, but I felt, you know, I'm young, so why not I start my own thing while I still have the strength to do so? We've been speaking of products, you know, all these things. I'm now interested to know if Indonesia does provide opportunity for the resources in producing those products. Specifically from where I come from, we do a lot of carvings, and my dad actually hand engraved signboards with his own hands. But throughout the years, my people have been using their own tools, like they sharpen their own knives and, you know, all that sort of stuff, use chisels. But I'm interested if Indonesia has already gone into industrial level where you actually sell engraving machines and all those machines we can use to actually make products out of them. Because right now I believe capacity building and resource mobilization is very important in running a business, especially for my people back at home who actually do carving some for a living. So yes, I'm really interested in that component of doing business with Indonesia. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And maybe if any member of the business teams can provide us more information on the carving, equipments and the sorts for carving, on the side.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Thank you, Ms. Bola, for your comment. I'm very grateful because Indonesia not only producing produce, but also machineries. Yeah, we have great machineries. We have in contact with our industry ministry. We have a lot of machineries that we could support you later on. We will need more detail about the carving machineries that you requires, but for example, at the moment we also produce, for example, the machineries for agriculture and a lot of machineries. Yeah. And we also could set maybe sometimes later a business forum like this, which consists of a producer of machineries. It's also programming for IT, as Mr. Dia already mentioned before. If you would like to go to detail into some ITs, Mr. Indra is also our expert for IT and digital that you maybe later on could we have specifically for some kind of industry. Thank you, Pak Dea. Thank you, Ms. Bola.
Thank you so much, Bapak Muhamad Budi. And I know the time is flies, but I'm going to give the floor one more. Ibu Mari, you can add something.
Thank you very much, Mohammed. That's it's been really like exciting. All the team has. That we're very excited. I'm especially excited because this has opened up another window of opportunity to bring MSMEs to Indonesia, and I have a long relationship with that country since 1976. So going back and doing business is just a natural thing. And taking people and showing what that country is all about, and not what we read in the newspapers, but the true experience. Pengalaman yang lebih penting. Yeah. So I'm very interested in the fact that business matching is sort of like, and that is something that I look forward to, because I think with the alliance we are just Entrepreneurs Global Alliance, and it's just a loose, I mean not a loose, but it's an alliance of individual businesses. We only come together when we deal with Indonesia through Trade Expo, but that's also now with this, with your company putting us in contact with your other, your MSMEs and SMEs, it opens up another opportunity. And so I'm just very pleased that we are able to sort of open up the window now for business matching. And I'm just so excited to hear what we can do for business matching, how we can arrange this digitally or otherwise to make that most effective. I also, my question is around the fact that you are associated with a lot of events that you host around the world. And we actually are very new into trading and commerce. It's always corporates. But now, Papua New Guinea, after 45 years, we are developing and coming into our own. But as I said, in 2019, when Pa Ambassador was there at the business matching with IWAPI members, what I said was, we want to partner Indonesia because when you grow, we grow. And that's how we want to do this with this alliance. It's a where you go, we want to go, because we are small, we don't have the capital, and we don't have the experience, especially when you move into the Middle East, which is like new markets. And some of these products here could actually end up with the kind of partnering that we want to do with your organization. And I think putting our heads together, like Ambassador was saying, you know, it's at the top, they do the macro, and then we do the bottom part and try to hook up. So I'll be very, very interested in that, because some of our products are just around here and to Europe, traditional markets. But what I know with is that Indonesia goes into emerging markets, and we want to grow. We want to grow with you. If you know the way, pasti ada jalan, we will go with you. We want to follow you. And the other thing that I'm interested in is this whole digital production. Again, with a COVID, I want the alliance. There are a lot of people, you know, producing in homes, but they want to be able to get their things out there. And we have a lot of organic products, but we need the technical know-how. So I'm very encouraged to know that you are connected with so many SMEs there that you can hook us up with. And I'm very interested in your sample day because I think that's where Papua New Guinean MSMEs, and I have a concept which I will communicate with you, that I think if we put our heads together, we can bring out a product that is hybrid to Papua New Guinea and Indonesia. And I want that, that's my vision, that we do something together that's us. Just like lastly, finally, I produce, you know, knowledge products, you know, and I'd like to digitize that knowledge product, and then in that way you monetize that product. So learning about the fact that you can hook us up with digital production and all this is very encouraging for me as a knowledge, you know, someone who puts thoughts together and can find a way to get them out there without having to do the traditional, conventional stuff. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you, Ms. Mary. I'm really looking forward to working together with you and all the honorable guests there. Digitalizing is one of the solutions that we have to go to proceed. Indonesia have, if you heard Yogyakarta, Yogyakarta is not only for tourism, but also a center for programming. Even a lot of Indonesian digital company have a programmer there in Yogyakarta. So this is also resources that you could access through our relationship and collaboration. Thank you.
Thank you. And maybe before we stepping up into the end of the session, I would like to give the floor for His Excellency Andriana Supandy to have a final word on this.
Yang terhormat Bapak Muhamad Budi Negoro, Pak Indra, Ibu Kartika, sama Ibu Amira ya, satu lagi ya. Siapa namanya?
Yeah.
I should like to express my sincere thanks and high appreciation for sharing with us. Yeah, I would like also to mention the statement by President Joko Widodo. Yeah, Papua New Guinea is our immediate neighbors. Yeah, our important strategic partners. Yeah, is we have direct border 821 kilometers here. Yeah, like also Malaysia, Timor-Leste, yeah, and also Singapore. Yeah, not so many countries in this area. Yeah, only Malaysia, Singapore, yeah, Timor-Leste, and Papua Nugini. That's our immediate borders. That's why Prime Minister James Marape mentioned to me, Mr. Ambassador, Papua New Guinea is very rich. Even I was told by the American ambassador here, yeah, Pa Andre, I was deputy ambassador in Jakarta. I know about the richness of Indonesia, and now I'm studying about the richness of Papua New Guinea. Papua New Guinea and Indonesia share the big island of Papua, yeah, from Sorong to Samarai, yeah, Samarai, big island of Papua. They call it Golden Island, very rich, yeah. So the deputy ambassador, he was in Jakarta for I think 6 years, yeah, and now she is ambassador here. She was telling me this country is very rich, Papua, like your country, Indonesia, yeah. I took care about the what is the Freeport, yeah, about that at the time, and now I'm so with many the big project in Papua New Guinea, yeah. Yeah, the Prime Minister James Marape told me, Mr. Ambassador, we have 9 million people in Papua New Guinea, and you are the 4th largest population in the world. Yeah, you are a member of G20, the 16th largest economy in the world, and I do believe projected by IMF, World Bank, you will be number 4 or number 5 in the next 10 or 15 years. Yeah, that's what Prime Minister told me. Yeah, it's our obligation. Yeah, Pak Budi Negoro, Pak Indra, Pak Ibu Kartika, dan Bu Amira. Yeah, so we are going to share everything. Yeah, for the benefits of the people. Yeah, so we have a lot of potential things. Yeah, like the products you are offering just now. Yeah, and we have also like leather products, textile, plastic products, electrical equipment. Yeah, we have also the rubber and rubber products, footwear. Yeah, even we imported here from Indonesia, like Fortuner. Yeah. Toyota Rush, Toyota Innova, we have already here, yeah, yeah, and I do believe, yeah, and in the future we can do more for the benefit of our people, yeah. I do hope, yeah, the statement by Prime Minister James Marape, President Joko Widodo also will be implemented by the business sector. That's why this morning we have our brother and sister from a business circle, yeah, they would like to do more with Indonesia. Yeah, even Prime Minister James Marape also mentioned once again, I meeting with him on the already 6th time, Mr. Ambassador, actually we can share everything. Yeah, we can export like the agribusiness product, like livestock product. We can import from Indonesia like manufacturing product, food, beverage, the electronic equipment. Yeah, everything you have the potential products, so we can share everything. We are share the border. And actually, Papua New Guinea doesn't have to go anywhere. Just knock the door of our neighbors. Yeah, you are rich already. You have the capital. You have the technology. Yeah, and you have also the experience. Yeah, and you have also the goodwill. Yeah, to Papua New Guinea. Yeah, you are very kind. Yeah, I don't have to go anywhere. That's what the Prime Minister told me. Yeah, just knock our neighbors, Indonesia. Yeah, Indonesia. You are rich enough, yeah. You have capital, yeah. You have the experience, yeah. Even, yeah. I share everything with the Prime Minister, yeah, and he's very happy. He's very glad, yeah, to know about Indonesia. And after COVID-19 over, the first country he would like to visit is Indonesia, yeah, Indonesia. Jadi intinya Pak Budi, Pak Indra, Ibu Kartika, Bu Amira, ya kami terima kasih banyak ya Bapak dan Ibu telah berkenan sharing pada pagi hari ini ya. Jadi mudah-mudahan kerjasama kita dalam waktu dekat bisa kita tingkatkan dalam berbagai forum ya. Jadi kita bisa kontak setiap saat baik dengan KBRI maupun dengan dunia usaha. Ini beliau nih juga sangat aktif sekali ya. Dan kalau kita dengar semua ya statement by our brother and sister here, they would like to do more with Indonesia. We are going to share ya our potentials with our immediate neighbors ya. Jadi kita manfaatkan bersama ya apa namanya kesempatan ini ya untuk kemaslahatan ya dan manfaat bagi kedua bangsa dan negara ya. Terima kasih sekali lagi Pak Budi, Pak Indra, Ibu Kartika, Bu Amira atas kesempatannya ya. Saya senang sekali, saya merasa bangga memiliki saudara-saudara yang peduli dengan peningkatan ekonomi di tengah pandemi COVID-19 yang melanda seluruh dunia. Terima kasih. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Terima kasih Bapak Dubes Andriana Supandy atas penutupnya yang begitu menginspirasi. It was a very inspired final word from His Excellency Andriana Supandy. And Pak Budi, jika tidak ada yang mungkin akan dikemukakan kembali, kita akan melanjutkan diskusi yang lebih mendetail, juga komunikasi kita akan bangun. Di akhir kegiatan nanti kami akan kirim data-data kontak semua rekan-rekan bisnis di sini melalui Ibu Kartika atau rekan bisnis lainnya. Mungkin demikian Pak Budi, tanpa memperpanjang waktu sesi satu ini, kami ucapkan terima kasih. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih Pak Dubes, Bu Mari. Ya.
Baik, terima kasih Pak Dea. Kami live dulu.